Buenos dias, senores and senor, Mr. Budnick, Minister Tokman. It's indeed my pleasure to be here and talk about nuclear energy from the perspective of a regulator. It's my honor to be part of this distinguished panel, and I, like my colleague, Karen, before I get into the real discussion about the regulatory perspectives of nuclear energy, I just want to tell you just a little bit of background about where I come from and our kind of regulation as it relates to nuclear. So, I'm from Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania is identified there in red. Many of you know where New York is. Many of you know where Washington is. We're just about halfway between Washington and New York. Pennsylvania is the sixth largest state in the United States. You know, the United States has about 300 million people, and in Pennsylvania we have about 12 million. The Public Utility Commission of Pennsylvania, where I was chair, was started in 1916, and we regulated generation, particularly nuclear generation. Most significantly, we have about 5.5 million electric customers. 5.5 million electric customers. And we are about fifth in terms of consumption as a state of electric energy, about fifth. As you know, Pennsylvania produced coal, steel, and railroads over the years, and as a result, its industrial base grew substantially. Chile, I'm told, has an installed capacity of about 12,000 megawatts. Pennsylvania has installed capacity of about 33,000 megawatts, and we are part of what's known as the PJM interconnection, which itself has installed capacity of about 163 million megawatts. You've seen this slide before, but this slide shows where virtually the nuclear plants are situated throughout the United States. Again, Pennsylvania is in the northeastern part of the state. Just by way of explanation, look at the western part of the United States where you see virtually no nuclear plants, because that's largely where coal and hydro predominate. This map shows Pennsylvania nuclear sites. We have the second largest number of nuclear sites of all states in the United States, with 9 nuclear sites. Pennsylvania has a unique nuclear history, and this is significant. This is what I call my first and worst slide. It's interesting because in Pennsylvania, December 8th, 1953, was where then President Dwight Eisenhower made his Atoms for Peace speech, where we thought about using nuclear energy for commercial operation. It was right there in Pennsylvania. And the first nuclear unit in the States was Shippingport in western Pennsylvania, manufactured by the Westinghouse Corporation. So in that respect, that's the kind of first. The worst part of the slide is that Pennsylvania is indeed the home of the worst nuclear accident in America's history. 3 Mile Island is a site, and 3 Mile Island is about 20 miles from my office. Just going to talk about 3 Mile Island yes, Minister, and you can see it. Just going to talk about it for a minute because I think it helps to put the nuclear debate in perspective. The accident happened March 28th, 1979, and it caused, I think, a tremendous shockwave throughout the nuclear industry. In fact, after the accident, and I think Karen can support me on this, after the accident, virtually all applications were suspended before the NRC.